Some residents in Lawley, south of Johannesburg, say they don't understand why their homes have been destroyed. The City of Joburg unleashed red ants on them earlier today, destroying the structures. But residents say they have a right to be on the land. Our reporter Malungelo Booi was in the area. He joins me now. Malungelo, good evening. It's clear when one looks at the responses that the City of Joburg has given, especially on Twitter on their timeline, that these were authorized evictions. Why are these evictions taking place? I thought the Minister of Human Settlements had made an appeal that all evictions should be held off until after this lockdown period.
In fact, Cathy, the City of Johannesburg has defended their actions today, saying that the structures that were being destroyed or bulldozed today were structures that were vacant, and they're saying that those structures have actually been in that land illegally, so essentially saying that the people who built those structures were not supposed to build there to start with, and that's why they're saying that they unleashed the red ants on them. But I mean, Cathy, I was there. Some of the structures that were demolished had people's belongings inside. And the City of Johannesburg, interestingly, was saying to me earlier that the instruction was that the red ants should only demolish structures that are vacant and also structures where you can tell that there's no person living inside. But what I saw today was a complete opposite. In fact, there was a security guard who arrived from work because he had been working a night shift. He came home to find his home completely destroyed. His bed was out, food thrown out all over the place. The entire area, Cathy, was just in chaos with red ants moving from one structure to another, checking if there's people inside. In some cases, there were curtains in some of the structures, but that did not stop the red ants from destroying people's homes.
It's absolutely inhumane to be putting people in that kind of position, especially during a time such as this, because getting hold of materials to rebuild is going to be difficult. These are much needed supplies that they're throwing. So when the City of Joburg gives the green light for such evictions, what is their plan? What are they saying? Where must these people go? What must they do?
Well, their argument, Cathy, is that they were not supposed to be there to start with, and saying also that these structures that they've destroyed, it's structures that are not supposed to be there to begin with, and that some of the people have been buying land. It's an argument they've been advancing that there has been a lot of criminal activity that has been accompanying what has actually been happening there with people occupying that land illegally. But one of the things that they're sticking their guns into is that all the structures that were destroyed today were structures that essentially were vacant, and those structures did not have people's belongings inside. As rightfully said, some of the structures that we see have actually had people's belongings inside.
Sure, Malungelo. In fact, let's take a listen then to some of the people that you interviewed during the day.
Sure.
Labantu bazengebhasi be-crowded bawungena ema-trucking abekho safe wabona self. Right, labantu laba basezindlini baphuma ezindlini bayephi. And then does it look like a lockdown? Is it coronavirus, something aversion? Ayikho lento. Somebody must think afresh.
That ukuthi sihlale ezindlini manje sohlala kanjani ezindlini njengoba kwenzakala ngale ndlela eyenzakala ngakhona kuma kumele siphumele ngaphandle siyobheka lento eyenzakala ngoba iyeza nakithi lento.
Bathi kaloku badiliza izindlu ezingenabantu.
Yebo, siyaku-understanda lokho ukuthi badiliza izindlu ezingenabantu. Bakhona abantu abangekhoyo bavalelekile kuyo le lockdown. Abakwazi ukuthi bazochecka indawo zabo. You understand? Uyabona uyakhile lo muntu njengoba yakhile kanje. Akekho kumanje ngoba uvalelekile la khona akakwazi ukuthi azobheka azoba khona endaweni yakhe. Because of i-lockdown.
All right, so those are just some of the sentiment being shared by residents. Has the minister had anything to say about this yet?
Not as yet. We're hoping that at least Gauteng authorities will have something to say about what's happening in Lawley. But also, Cathy, this talks to the issue of the housing crisis that we have in this country. As you know, the backlog stands at around 2 million.